Hi there, I'm Dion Opperman, and welcome to where I grapple with what it means to be a writer in the age of AI. In my previous episode, I said we are all becoming AI-augmented humans, and as such, I predicted that the vast majority of writers will end up collaborating with an AI to some greater or lesser extent going forward. Now, the minute you depart from the purest writer's rejection of any collaboration with an AI in the writing process and enter the writer-AI collaboration zone of the AI-augmented writer, what I call the augmentor zone, the issue of originality raises its head. If you write a story in collaboration with an AI, can that story still be thought of as entirely original? What is originality? What does it actually mean to say, this is an original work? A lot of thinkers have given a lot of thought to the notion of original. While there are many different points of view, one of the dominant ideas, and one to which I personally subscribe, is that originality is not the creation of something out of nothing. Nothing comes from nothing, as King Lear said, but rather the combination of existing elements, materials, ideas, words, whatever they may be, in a unique way, in the same way that the same notes of a musical scale are combined to produce a unique melody that had not existed up to that point. All the same notes are used, but are not used in the same combination of notes and rhythm and tempo and volume. A meme is original in that it combines existing images and ideas in a unique way that leads to new understanding. Isaac Newton famously said, "If I've seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants." We build with and on what already exists. No one originates anything in a vacuum. Our brains contain all the information we have seen and heard, the thoughts and deeds and words and experiences of our own lives, and vicariously of thousands of other people's lives. When Einstein originated his special theory of relativity, he worked with existing theories and ideas and mathematics, but recombined them in such a way that his new combination revealed that the previously held view that space and time are constant is in fact wrong, and that it is the speed of light that is constant and space and time that vary. His unique combination of existing ideas unlocked a previously non-existent understanding of the universe that had a profound impact on humanity. Originality lies on a sliding scale from how unique the new combination of existing elements is to how much it overlaps with existing combinations already made. The more unique, the more original; the less unique, the less original, all the way down to simply being a copy of an already existing combination of elements. When we say that a story utilizes a narrative trope, we are alluding to the fact that it uses an existing combination of elements, call it a model if you like, be they structural elements or plot elements or character elements. Furthermore, not all combinations that score high on the unique combination of existing elements scale necessarily impart profound new insight. A collection of random rocks arranged in a pile may well be unique in the world, an original creation, but doesn't offer any new insights, let alone profound insights. It matters greatly what existing elements are recombined. Even if the elements that are brought together in a new, unique combination do offer new insights, many go unnoticed due to the sociological forces prevalent at the time of their creation. Consider for a moment how Harry Potter and the Philosopher/Sorcerer's Stone would be received if it were to be released for the first time now, in the socio-political headspace of the world we currently live in, rather than in the cultural headspace of the world of 1997. Galileo's combination of ideas and observations allowed him to assert that the Earth revolved around the Sun, and not the Sun around the Earth, but that profound insight generated by his unique combination of elements threatened the power of the Church, which in turn threatened to burn him at the stake if he did not renounce it. Originating unique combinations of existing elements that impart new ways of seeing the world and human affairs can be a dangerous business. Many inventors and philosophers have felt the wrath of those with vested interest in maintaining the status quo as a consequence of originating new combinations of existing elements in ways that produce new insights that threaten the status quo. From Socrates, who combined ideas in new ways to deliver insights that caused his students to question the status quo, to Julian Assange, who with WikiLeaks combined the anonymous and encrypted gathering of information with the dissemination of information via the internet, with information that states wish to keep out of the public domain, originating a new combination of existing elements that produced insights that caused millions around the globe to question and challenge the status quo. Okay, with that said, back to the question. If you write a story in collaboration with an AI, can that story still be thought of as original? Well, the one thing at which large language AI models excel is the recombining of existing information in unique ways. If you buy the view of originality as the recombining of existing elements in unique ways, it then follows that a large language AI most certainly can be original. It is already well understood that with their capacity to draw on vast, incomprehensibly vast stores of scientific or medical information, AIs will be able to combine a selection of elements taken from that vast store in unique ways that most certainly will produce profound new scientific and medical insights. Unique, original. And if for science and medicine, why not for the arts? Why not for writing? Drawing elements from the entire trove of information generated by all of humanity for recombination into stories. Unique combinations, original stories. However, just as with human originality, the extent of the uniqueness of that combination of existing elements and the nature of the elements chosen to combine will determine the extent of the originality and the value of the insights that combination imparts. But yes, I think it is fair to say that collaborating with an AI to write a story will not necessarily impair the originality of the story any more than it would be impaired if you wrote it yourself. Indeed, the less original of the two will in all likelihood be you, if for no other reason than the fact that you cannot access as vast a store from which to select elements to recombine as can the AI. Okay, thanks for that, Dion, but I still have that nagging feeling that writer-AI collaboration originality is not quite the same kind of originality as writer-only originality. I feel it myself, even though I am embracing the idea of being an AI-augmented writer. I suspect this has something to do with the innate human resistance to technological disruption, the idea that this is not how it is supposed to be done. My grandmother was born in the early 1890s. When in her 20s she was introduced to a motor car for the first time, she refused to get in and go for a drive. She said that humans were not meant to travel that fast being 30 odd miles per hour. But of course, as time went by, she traveled in motor cars like everybody else. I can imagine that there must have been a time when someone said if the gods had wanted us to ride horses, they wouldn't have created us to walk. Humans tend to resist technological disruption, but then eventually come round and it becomes normalized. It becomes the way it is done. The time is fast approaching, and in many areas is already here, when a unique combination of existing elements that imparts new insight and understanding produced by an AI-augmented writer will be regarded as no less original as one produced by a purist writer without AI augmentation. For the simple reason that to be human is to be AI augmented. The human touch will assume a human AI touch. The pioneer AI computer scientist John McCarthy famously said, "As soon as it works, no one calls it AI anymore." His statement encapsulates a common phenomenon in the field of AI known as the AI effect, when technologies initially considered to be AI are no longer classified as such. It's just the way it is done. If, having thought about it, you find yourself conceding that your resistance to the idea of writer-AI collaboration 10 years from now most probably will be less than it is now, then the logical thing to do is to surf the wave of the disruption, refining your collaboration skills and discovering where on the writer-AI collaboration spectrum discussed in my previous episodes, you feel most comfortable. An original work by Dion Opperman will go through a phase of an original work by Dion Opperman in collaboration with an AI before ending up back at an original work by Dion Opperman. AI involvement will go without saying. If change is coming, and you recognize that it is coming, then the rational strategy is to embrace it from the start, rather than being left behind or playing catch-up. Of course, the by Dion Opperman in collaboration with an AI phase will not be over in the blink of an eye. It's going to be a difficult, mushy process, and central to it will be the question of attribution. If I write a story in collaboration with an AI, do I need to give the AI credit? And if so, how much credit? I'll be grappling with these questions in my next episode. Thanks for joining me on this journey.